matters worse, not only do you have the U traveling 2,400 miles to go to Berkeley, but for the love of God, you got a college game day is going to be at Berkeley for a 10:30 game slated for the late night degenerate special. Yikes. Some people believe Miami caught a break last week against Virginia Tech. Wilcox is not a guy I want getting double digits. He always seems to cover these games, Brian. What are we looking at here?
I got nothing else to say. You took about everything I was going to mention, and I figured you would because Miami, you know more about Miami than just about anybody out there. But, this is the third true road game for the Hurricanes. It's the first time they've left the state of Florida. They played Florida, Florida A&M, and South Florida. It's also a tough spot for the visitor. As you mentioned, after that second half comeback against Virginia Tech, now they got to face Louisville, first ranked team they've played, on the road next week. Miami lost to the Cardinals 38-31 last year. And that's the Louisville game that they've got coming up. So you got some revenge there. So it is a bad spot here for Miami. They've been able to run the ball at really at will this year. They're averaging 5.92 yards per carry, but it's the passing game that's been outstanding. A 193.14 passer rating. That's a team passer rating, along with a 19-4 touchdown to interception mark. Now, the pass defense has also been very impressive. They permitted just 15 points per game. That said, this is a not easy travel place here, all the way to the other side of the country, and they got to win by double digits. That's a tough call for Miami, but they do have the talent to do that. The Bears have hosted two non-conference opponents, but both were from California. The Bears are 3-1 on the season, with that only loss coming at Florida State 2 weeks ago. Cal needs to win with defense, and thus far they're allowing just 12.8 points per game. Miami has by far the better offense here, no doubt about it. But Cal, as you mentioned, as a coaching staff that has settled under Justin Wilcox in the underdog role. You got a team with an extra week to prepare at home against a team having to travel across country like this. Even though you got to hold your nose a little bit to play California, because that offense isn't going to put up a lot of points against this Miami defense, I think they hold on there in a lower scoring game, and I think they cover this 10.5 points. Give me California in this one.
So hard not to. Plus, we know we haven't had that Cristobal game yet for Miami, although that Virginia Tech game was close. He is bound to make one of those great decisions in game there, play calling wise, that will end up costing him his team. You know it and I know it, Brian, but it's kind of hard to believe that College game day is heading out to Berkeley. And